Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog.
You are, lads. We just had countdown. That's what we're laughing. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1.
that was truly brilliant. Wow! 1, 2, 3. What happened there?
Ding! The 6 went the wrong way.
The magic in the hands weren't working. That was the Alakazam Christmas light switch on.
We do wish you a Merry Christmas.
We do wish you a Merry Christmas. We haven't got any hats on, but we're still far away from the big day, so plenty of time.
Just shut your eyes.
No, don't, no.
This is perfect. Look, this fits like snug.
I really did ask for that, didn't I?
That's like a grin.
I did. Thanks. It's like really good. Oh, the jollity.
I'm joking. You can take it off if you want. It looks nice, but
does it? Right. Okay. Let's just take that off. I'm not being a Grinch. I just think a little bit too far for Christmas, but he's going to be part of the subject of today's conversation on the vlog. Thank you for joining us. We have some goodies that we're going to talk about. Something that's new, something that's been out a while, and a book as well, because we haven't really talked about books for
getting a little withdrawal symptoms.
I am getting withdrawal symptoms, yeah. So I thought I would just discuss that. So should we start off with Hidden Agenda?
Let's start off with
Excellent.
Hidden Agenda.
Okay, let's start off with Hidden Agenda. So a few years back, Roberto JB released a book called Secret Agenda, and as far as I'm aware, it was the first of its kind. And what was so unique about it was the fact that there were tricks that were in there, and there was a lot of theory in there, but mainly it was the thoughts of Roberto JB over the course of a year. So every day, so like a diary.
That's cool.
Every day had a thought or a trick, a little idea, something that you could maybe look at, and it didn't necessarily have to be magic as well.
Yeah.
And this was what the beauty of it was, is that you had this information that was in there that literally was for every day. So you would pick it up a bit like a day of inspiration. So you would see the day of inspiration come up, and it might just be 2 or 3 lines. It might be a whole paragraph. It might even be a couple of pages.
Yeah.
But the point is that you would read it, and it would hopefully inspire you in whatever way to then run with the words that were being
That's a cool
given
book kind of format.
Yeah, and it was great. And you could read it in order. When I brought it, I got it as a Christmas present, so I literally read it in order from 1st of January right through the year.
That's cool. That's cool.
And but you didn't have to do it like that, and the whole purpose behind it was that, I guess, but you could dip into it at a later stage if you were looking for other inspiration. Or one of the things that I've done in the past with Secret Agenda is I've opened it up on the day. So let's say it was today, I would open up the book and see what today said.
That's cool.
Even though I've read it before, I would just see what it said, just to re-inspire me possibly.
Yeah.
So really great concept. As we all know, Roberto JB is a fantastic writer, has some superb publications out there, as well as some amazing DVDs, having just released the Card Magic course, Masterclass. So that's worth checking out. And here we have Hidden Agenda. So same concept.
Okay.
Same concept. So essentially a year's worth of thoughts. Yeah,
that is cool. That is a really cool thing for a book.
Yeah, and one thing I would say about this is if you were to buy this book or Secret Agenda, if you can get a hold of a copy, don't think that every day has to be chock full of ideas. All right, don't think that every day has to be something that
like 20 pages.
Yeah, exactly, or even a page. Yeah. It could be that Roberto has felt that the sentence or idea that he's writing is sufficient enough that should be it for you. Yeah. So just to give you an example, let's open up today. Let's open up today actually. So I opened it up there on May the 1st. So we will go through to
in November.
30th. Yeah, 30th. So 30th of November is the day that we're shooting this. So November 30th, list of books by working professionals. So if you're looking for techniques, tricks, presentations and advice for performing in front of real people, one of the very best sources is to read the books written by or written about magicians who spent a large part of their lives working as professionals in real world circumstances before lay audiences. Here is a list of some of these performers, and then he lists down there's about 20 people there, and then says at the bottom, look up their writings, videos, and you'll enrich your practical knowledge of magic. So that's that. Here is something else. So you'll get pictures in here as well to show you. And there are some resources, there's some tricks, and it is literally just thoughts from a professional working magician that has the experience that he has written down and has decided to impart to the rest of us.
And that's good because they're not all just tricks, you can add them to more stuff, so it's not like you're just learning a book packed full of tricks, which is good, but you're not going to get much more out of it sometimes. But with this, because it isn't all tricks, you've got stuff that you can add to your everyday stuff, everyday magic to make it stronger or whatever it is.
It's kind of like seeing someone's journal, basically. You're seeing someone's journal. It's a whole range of ideas, some of which are fully fledged, some of which are part written as such, so you then run with the rest of it. But I guess its main focus is, like I said, just as inspiration, really, and that's exactly what Secret Agenda was like as well. Secret Agenda, as far as I'm aware, is out of print at the moment. If you can get hold of a copy, then great. Hidden Agenda, as you guys are probably aware by now, we've had a massive sale running. Massive Black Friday sale started, and then Cyber Monday, and it's just going on.
It's been crazy.
It has been
crazy.
Manic. We have been snowed under with big bags full of mails that are going out, huge boxes that are shipping out.
I think our ears are actually starting to turn a little bit more pointy because we are literally running around with little elves. And
Jen in the post room has done fantastically, really, just coping with everything that is not only coming in, because me, you and Dave yesterday, and Claire as well, who never jumps on the post, and Claire as well. It was just a continual circuit. We were filling up crates, and they were literally going into the post room, going to your mum. Your mum was packing them up furiously, and then putting them back out in the mailbox, in the mail sacks to be collected later on. I actually said to the postman last night, I said, we're getting a bit busier, and he went, oh yeah, we had noticed. And it was like, right, okay.
It's crazy. So if you think about coming in the shop, because I know a few people come in the shop when we was doing it, and it's literally hectic.
Yeah.
The shop floor is covered because we're just trying to get out the orders.
Yeah.
So
just
obviously we are still open.
Yeah, and by all means, you're quite welcome to come in. Just if we look a little bit untidy for a spell, then you know why. Yeah. But the reason I mention it is because Hidden Agenda has been selling really well, because I think people are looking at this for Christmas presents. All right, which makes sense.
It looks
someone at Christmas, and then on New Year's Day they open it up. Boom, off they go. Yeah,
365 days.
Exactly. So and it's on offer under the sale, which is still running until the 4th of December, I believe. So middle of next week, next Wednesday. You should be seeing this later on today. So Friday the 30th should be run until the 4th of December. So if you do think, oh, that could be something I could mention to family, and you think, oh, that's a really good idea to go through the year with something you can dip in and out of, then it's on offer at the moment under the sale. They've still got a fairly decent amount of stock, so worth checking out.
And just to clarify, I know it's probably a bit silly, but it's the 4th of December 2018.
Yes.
So if you're watching this in a year's time, it doesn't count. No, sorry, there may be another offer, but not this one that we're on about.
Yeah, and stock of sale items is selling really fast.
Yeah.
Obviously, in sales, you get things that are popular for like maybe a huge percentage of people, and so obviously those people are buying them. So if you think, oh, I really like the looks of this, for example, they've only got a limited amount of stock at that price. and if everybody around the world and you know, our customers especially are looking out for bargains or for something they've been after for a long time, then they're going to go like that.
Yeah.
And you know, that's kind of
and
it.
Not necessarily with things like these, but people are buying in bulk. So
Yeah.
because they are deals, you're going to get 3 for like the price of 1 usually. Like they're actually crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So the stock is there currently, but may not be there by the time you want to maybe get to it. So time is essential. Getting there quick. Yeah.
Right. So that is done.
That is hidden agenda.
Next thing, what do you want to talk about?
I
This
think,
first, because that is a big thing. Or should we talk about last night?
Yes, let's talk about that.
Right. So last night we had RIS LDVE.
Yes,
That's it.
or if you could see it in its entirety, Boris Wilde live.
Yes.
Fabulous course.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Fabulous course. So it was over 2 nights.
Yep.
The first night was all on Mark Deck Magic.
Which is crazy because the stuff he done with it is insane.
Yeah.
Because even I thought I could just hear something. Even I, if I've got a marked deck, would just say, or just feel like you could just do, pick a card, I can see what it is without looking at it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the stuff he was doing on there was insane.
Yeah, so it was on Mark Deck Magic, and like H was just saying there, it was a Magic using a Mark Deck, but not in its
basic form.
Yeah,
it was really well.
You know, and there are, I'm sure, apart from Boris's stuff, there is tons of routines that use Mark Decks that, you know, you're not just looking at the mark and telling someone what the card is. Ted Leslie has a brilliant routine that he used to fry people with, which is worth checking out, and Boris has a version of that as well. But I think really leading the way, Boris is the man.
It was the layers, like there was so much going on that you wouldn't. Obviously, we knew it was a mark deck because he said beforehand, but when you watch it, you don't have any idea that he's using that. Yeah,
and I think the thing is you hear mark deck and you kind of relax a little bit because you think it's a mark deck.
Yeah.
We had Boris to our Magic Club on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And some of the guys that were in the audience for the Academy as well, they were in attendance, and I mentioned to Peter and Dave that Boris obviously came out and did his introduction. It was a really entertaining lecture in its own right anyway, and he started doing the effects, and then he started talking about the Mark Deck, and to begin with, you know, you mention Mark Deck and people are kind of there and they're like, yeah, Mark Deck, and then he explains a little bit more, and then the arms sort of unfold, and then the arms go on the knees, and they start to lean forward like this, and then they start to stand up, and before you know it, their interest is piqued because they start to realise that actually the stuff that is being discussed isn't just, look at the back of the card and name it. You know, it is a lot more than that. Like you said, it's the layering. So Mark Deck Magic on the first night, and then we retreated to non-Mark Deck Magic, so general card Magic, on the second night. And
we showed a clip of his Kiss act,
and
that was very good.
Yeah,
very, very good. I think he broke it down. But also on there, you could just, it's a nice one to watch purely for his professionalism. You can just see the experience that he's got, like everything flows, it's not bitty, everything flows, he's just so professional, he explains everything so well, and going back to the Mark Deck, he explains the Mark Deck incredibly well. We've got a little PowerPoint going on so you can see, very, very slick.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked it out already, then check out the Boris Wilde Academy. It's going to be available to purchase as a download. You know, for the price that it is, that's what you finished later last night. You finished like just gone 11.
Yeah, about
right. Okay, so over the course of 2 nights, you're getting nearly 10 hours of magic by a professional magician and someone that, you know, he has the experience. He's been there. He's worked it all out, and if you want some cool tips and ideas and see a professional work, then he's the man.
I know you probably don't hear it on the Academy itself, but because I was sitting in the editing room, you can hear the audience when Boris goes back in here to explain with Dave. You can hear them going, I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
I literally have not got a clue. He was like, I was sitting right there and I do not have a clue.
And to be fair, and I don't think anybody will mind me saying this, that on Tuesday when we were at the club, me and Peter watched one of the routines that he did for us there, Symbiosis, and we were kind of watching it, and I, you know, without sounding big-headed, I think between the two of us we can work out. I mean, Peter can work out most methods in his own right, but between the two of us, I think we can work out essentially what's going on with most effects. And we kind of sit there going, right, okay, so how did that work then? We know that he probably did this, but how does that account for that? And it was kind of like one of those scratch your head moments.
Yeah, Dad said he got fooled big
time.
And
it's great, you know, it's great to be fooled.
Yeah.
Once you lose that, you kind of lose a part of...
Well, you can see how excited Dad was even talking about it, purely because he got fooled.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Even though, don't look at things as a magician fooled all the time, but it is nice when that happens.
Yeah, it is, because you can see the strength of the effect from a layperson's point of view, which is refreshing, I think. So check it out. It's still up there it's up there to purchase.
Instant.
You'll thank us later for that.
And once again, I know I say it every week, but you can download it in the quality of your choice.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Boris White, and I'm very proud and happy to present you my 2-day Alakazam Magic Online Academy. It's a 2-day academy, and over these 2 courses, on day 1 I will talk about one of my favorite creations that I ever come up with. It's the mark deck, and I will show you everything you need to know about my mark deck. I will give you, of course, all about the concept, some insights. There will be like interaction, of course, with the people in the studio and at home, and Dave will be with me here, so it's going to be also casual conversations about all these little details and all these, you know, little things that will just make your presentation so much stronger, so much more magical, thanks to the mark deck. And of course, routines, yes? So basic applications, simple effects, but also more advanced routines, so you can know exactly what to do with your mark deck. If you're a beginner or if you're a more advanced performer, I will cover everything you need to know about it, and you will learn lots and lots of things. It's a very complete course on the mark deck. I'm sure you will love that one. On day 2, no mark deck, but I will just show you, perform, explain in details some of my favorite routines that I have created over the past 20 years. Card magic, but I would say original with a different approach. I will just focus also on the presentation. As you know, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And you will just learn, you know, some of maybe of the classics of magic, you know, but with a little wide touch. And you will of course learn the effects, but you will also learn how they work, why they work, and I will also cover things that I have just personally used for my FISM act, which is how to put an act together, how to build something different, original, so you can come up also yourself with an act that you can perform with around or compete, anything, but I will cover this. And if you enjoy my act, the KISS act, the FISM act, you will also learn a few things from the act that I will cover and explain exactly from that. So this is another thing, it's day 2, completely different from day 1, but just as fun, and I hope so you enjoy that too, of course, because it's card magic, but it's not card tricks, it's magic with cards. I'm very excited to share all this material with you. I had so much fun filming here at the Alakazam Online Magic Academy, and I hope and I'm sure you will enjoy this material because I put, you know, all my heart and my thought in it. And you can, the best thing is that you can click and it's an instant download. You can get it immediately. As I said, like 2 full day courses covering all my magic. Have fun, enjoy, et à bientôt. Au revoir.
So, Harry, last week we ran a competition. We tried for something different. We tried it out. We got quite a few responses, so we're going to have another one in a similar vein today. And I mentioned in the last vlog that I listen to classical FM in the mornings, and Tim Euro, who's on there first thing, does this thing called Carpe Diem Clue. Just to clarify, a Carpe Diem clue is a little bit like the harder clue that you get in a crossword. So you get like the cryptic one, and then you get like the easier one. So this is the slightly harder one, the slightly more obscure one that will give you the answer for the crossword. He calls them Carpe Diem clues. I'm not quite exactly sure what they are actually referred to, but we'll go with that. So I posed this Carpe Diem clue last week to an Alakazam product, and the clue that I said was bowling over the deceased. Bowling over the deceased. Okay, and that, rightly or wrongly, should lead you to
Knock 'em dead.
Knock 'em dead.
Knock 'em
Bowling
dead.
over the deceased.
Yeah.
Knock 'em dead. Yeah. Okay. So that's where we were heading with that. So those of you that got it, great.
That is a fun competition.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's something different. I think the aim is to do something different.
Yeah.
So we're going to try another one today in a second, and then we will look at maybe another different competition in a few weeks' time. So we did pick a winner. So Danny Marsh.
Ooh.
If you are watching this, then please send in your address to our email address, which is sales@alakazam.co.uk. Send it in, and we will post out a set of Academy Elites to you. Oh, Academy
Guys,
Elites.
also, if you haven't actually tried these, just try them out because they're actually insane. They're straight out the box. They feel so nice, and even lay people notice the difference in the cards.
Actually, I opened a deck yesterday, and I couldn't believe how easy they Pharaoh shuffle. And they Pharaoh shuffle easily after the first couple of after you've broken them in just for a few minutes. They Pharaoh shuffle really well. So yeah, Harry's right. Check them out.
Yeah, they're incredible. And that would surely fit in a stocking.
Oh, I think you'd probably get a few in there. Wow. To be fair,
maybe even a brick.
Yeah, maybe even a brick.
Wow.
So check them out. They're on the side.
I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna keep them.
Yeah, you can keep them there. So Danny Marsh, you send in your address to sales@alakazam.co.uk. I'll take a look out for it, and once it's here, we'll get those posted out to you. In the meantime, competition for this week.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, this relates to an Alakazam product.
Yep.
All right. So. Maybe slightly harder than Knock 'em Dead.
I didn't actually get Knock 'em Dead, not gonna lie. I cheated and asked you to tell me what it was.
Well, I think Chris told you what it was. Yeah, so he got it.
Thanks, Chris.
So
poor friend.
I have a Carpe Diem clue for this week. It relates to an Alakazam product, a fairly recent one as well. So the clue is Slayer of Oxygen and Magnesium. Yeah. So I'll say that again. Slayer of Oxygen and Magnesium. Once you worked it out, send in your answers to sales@alakazam.co.uk. It does relate to an Alakazam product.
Yep.
So yeah, if you get that, send in your answers, and we will pick up random on the next vlog.
And what will they win?
They will win again a set of Academy Elites.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool.
That's incredible.
Yes, I think so.
Beautiful.
So, a couple more things to just talk about.
I can see the excitement on your face.
Yes, I know. We'll come back to that bit in a minute. But first off, last time we mentioned the fabulous Michael Vincent. He has a new DVD which is now released called Synergy. Yeah. Chock full of Michael Vincent goodies. It really is a great DVD with tons of fantastic material and advice on it, so certainly worth checking out. We were talking about the tricks that were on there, me, you, your dad and Dave, and one of the ones that kept coming up was the lie detector.
It's actually insane.
It is, yeah, and Peter's been performing it this last couple of days. He took the DVD away and had a look at it, and
that's the first time I've seen him actually sit down and practice in so long as well. At home, he was just sitting there, headphones on, close-up mat out. It was probably the Savile Row performance surface.
Oh yes.
But he was just.
Are they now in?
They are.
He
was just sitting there, just practicing. It's the first time I've seen him practice in ages, and you could tell he was so happy with it.
Yeah.
And it is an incredible trick.
Yeah, and it always sounds a bit cliche, but it is worth the price of the DVD in my opinion. I mean, all the material in there is A class, but that is.
The DVD is so cheap.
Yeah, I know. $24.99 for all those goodies. It's just crazy.
Makes you feel sick.
So there is. We're going to show you the trailer in just a second. Before we do, though, I think it's worth just saying that there is actually a performance as well of the lie detector. It's done in a kind of relaxed atmosphere. Michael performs it for someone in a coffee shop, I believe. So that's well worth checking out. But just to finish up, we will leave you with the trailer for Synergy by Michael Vincent.
beginning because you did it at a point in time when you couldn't help but tell the truth. And now watch. One of the biggest problems I face as a magician is when I have someone pick a card, put it back and try and find it, they always name the wrong card. And the whole trick's sabotaged.
Not here.
However, it got me thinking, let's create something where I'm going to give you a chance to actually sabotage the trick.
Okay.
And hopefully bring it to a dramatic conclusion. Good. All right, check this out. Take one out, anyone you like. All right. Look at it, remember it, don't forget it. Show it to the boys.
Boys?
Okay.
Ah. Got it?
Got it.
Well, not the one I was expecting, but okay.
It goes back in there, and look. Does that look fair?
Pretty good.
Excellent. What I'm going to do now is to program this deck of cards to function like a lie detector, a polygraph. So I've got to run a very specific program right now, so just bear with me a second.
Coffee.
Okay, here we go.
I'll just have a coffee break, if you don't mind.
Excellent. Okay, we're almost there. And let's have a look. I think we're going to go for this one. We'll do this one right here. Splendid. There we go. Now this doesn't look like much. But watch this. I've got to give these cards what's now known as a binary shuffle. And I'm going to need your help for this. I want you to do as I do. Just give these a little mishmash like this.
Mishmash.
Yeah.
Mishmash. Mishmash.
And now we have to reinsert these cards together so that the program functions properly. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Now give the cards that little mishmash you did just a minute ago.
Mishmash. Yep.
Excellent.
Mishmash.
You happy with that?
Well, pretty much.
All right, these go in the middle. And now, one cut. I'm going to ask you to cut the deck in half.
How about
Okay, which half would you like for yourself?
that? Oh, that one.
All right, cut this packet for me. And then we're just going to mark the exact position. Now, hold the cards in your dealing hand, which will be your left hand, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you 3 questions.
Yeah.
You can lie or tell the truth.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to encourage you to try and beat the program.
Okay.
Think of your card for a moment.
Yeah.
What value was it? Was it a 9, a jack, an ace, a 4? You can lie or tell the truth.
2.
Spell 2. T, face down. T.
What do you mean?
2.
T.
W.
W.
O.
O.
Very, very precise. Now, was it a red card or a black card?
Red.
Can spell red.
R-E-E-D.
Now, because you said red, it could be hearts or diamonds.
Could be, couldn't it?
But you could say clubs or spades to try and beat the program.
Yeah.
What suit was it?
Club.
Spell clubs.
C-L-U-B-S. Clubs.
That's correct.
Clubs.
Well, that's really interesting. A red club. Have you ever seen one before?
Red club?
All right.
No.
Well, let's see if the program
Yeah, you
works.
caught me out there, didn't you?
Yes. Now, you said your card was a 2, right?
Yeah.
Well, the program says your card was a 7. So you told a bit of porky pie there. Was it a 7?
It was a 7, yeah.
Now, you said your card was red, but the program says your card was a black card, so it's a black 7. Wait, here's the best part. You said clubs,
Yeah.
but the program says spades. was your card the 7 of spades?
Yes, it was a 7 of spades.
But here's the funny part. Polygraph, lie detectors aren't attached to the throat, but usually to the pulse or the heart, like an ECG.
Yeah.
Just to monitor heart rate, body temperature. This is why I had you cut this packet right at the very beginning, because you did it at a point in time when you couldn't help. Ooh, tell the truth. Oh, excellent.
He's good.
Oh, what's this?
What's this?
I know. This is a proud day for me. It's only been like over a year in the making. So I did my academy course a few weeks back, and even before that, sometime the end of the year before last, I was messing around with an idea in the shop, an idea that actually I've been messing around with for quite a while. I love gambling related material in all its form, be that like long complicated routines and complicated sleight of hand, down to packet tricks that have that kind of theme as well. And there was a couple of ideas that I've been playing around with from different books and DVDs that I read and conversations I'd had with Peter and Dave. And eventually I came up with this effect that is on the table here. This is called Guaranteed Win by me.
By Andrew.
So it is a gambling, cheating orientated effect.
Nice packaging as well.
Yeah, do you know what? Right, when we saw this, we were like, "Wow!"
I'm not even lying. Today is the first day I've ever seen it. I'm not even lying. He had it on the desk, and I said, "What's that?" And he went, "Well,
yeah,
little something."
A little something. So this has been a little while in the making. Actually, on the DVD, I do say, you know, it went through several different incarnations. And I'm on there with Think from Parallels fame. Obviously explaining the routine, performing the routine, and some bonus ideas as well. Very easy to do. I think it's easy to do.
I've never seen it.
Would you like to see a performance?
Can I?
I think we could do that. So this is a performance of Guaranteed Win. Harry.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me here today. Would you say that you're lucky?
I actually would, yeah, very lucky.
You would say that you're lucky? Yeah. Oh, that's good to know. I'd say that I'm fairly lucky, all right, but sometimes I need a little bit of a helping hand. I'll show you what I mean. I just happen to have some cards here. We will come back to those in just a second. But before we do, could you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Could you just cut off, I don't know, a packet of cards and just place them there? We can go for half, I don't really mind.
Yeah.
Good. We will leave that just there. We'll come back to that in just a minute. We have some cards here on the table. These are my lucky cards. All right. Some people have things like aces, or like I don't know. My wife's favourite card is 5 of hearts. So she consider that a lucky card. These are my lucky cards. These happen to be jokers. All right. Now I say lucky cards. These are the coloured jokers just here. I don't know if you can check one of those out. Okay, and you will find that is a colour joker. None of the ink rubs off of there at all. No, very good. We'll just place that there. It does have magical powers though, and I know it has magical powers because, well, I can show you. If we just, I'll tell you what, take the cards. Let's have a look at it. Let's see what one it is. What is it? Oh, the 10 of spades. That's actually quite a good card.
Yeah, I like that one.
If we take the 10 of spades and we just place it somewhere into the pack like this, all we have to do is just wave over the top there. And if we wave over the top of the magic joker, what you actually find is this card turns into the 10 of spades. Now it works with every card. Like if I take the second joker, that will actually turn into the 10 of spades. This card here, if I just rub it, that turns into the 10 of spades. In fact, every single one of these turns into the 10 of spades. Now I know what you're thinking. 10s in their own right aren't that much use, but that's where you need a catalyst card. See, this isn't a catalyst. This is a magic card. A catalyst card, it looks something. It looks a little bit different. I keep one in here, and you can tell that it's different because it has a different coloured back. In this instance, this is the guaranteed joker. See, if you've got the guaranteed joker, you can do something a little bit different. All you have to do is just rub it just over here. In fact, look, we'll give it a little twist and a shake. And if you do that, when you get the 10 near the magic card, what actually happens is this becomes a jack. And if that's a jack and that's a 10, all you would need to complete a royal flush would be the queen, the king, and the ace, just like that. So these are really handy. I would get one if I was you, because in a poker game this becomes quite a handy thing.
That's a guaranteed win.
It is a guaranteed win.
Beautiful.
And that is guaranteed win.
Right. So you've just won a heck of a lot of money.
I've just won a heck of a lot of money. That is guaranteed win. I try to strip it down, but I feel sometimes that because I'm interested in like a hardcore sleight of hand, that sometimes I try and I work towards the most complicated version of an effect that I can possibly do. And this isn't complicated. There may be a couple of moves in there that you might not be familiar with, certainly, but essentially you get a lot of magic for very little work, which is just worth bearing in mind. And like I said, there's a couple of alternatives that I give on there as well.
So what do you actually get in there?
So what you get in here is you get the instructional disc with performance, setup, explanation, variations on it. Yeah. And you also get the one gimmick card that you need. One gimmick card that you need. to get all of this work going. You can, if you want to, rather than having Joker, you can have a blank card, you can have writing on it. You can, instead of, well, obviously you finish with a raw flush at the end, but you can have the Catalyst card as something else. So there is only one gaff card that you need. That is printed on bicycle cardstock, and it isn't even back specific, so you can incorporate it into any deck, really.
That's clever.
Yeah,
that's
so nice. There's the bonus there. The way that the trick pans out is that you also end up with this in order as well, so it'll run in order.
That's
from
nice.
the
Yeah, because sometimes
through.
things like that happen, and you like, if I got a 10, then I got the king, jack,
Yeah, exactly.
ace, queen. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like.
Yeah, this is a very clear picture. People can see this and they know that that is what the hand is supposed to be. So yeah, I thought about that as well. So like I said, you get the instructional DVD, you get the one gimmick card that you need.
Beautiful
and then you
that is actually sexy.
I know. I paid Adrian a lot of money to make sure that this was better than everything else that we do. It's not. Everything looks great. But yeah, so you get that in there, and that should be up by the time this goes live. This should be on the site, ready to. I don't know if it's going for pre-sale first off, but it'll certainly be ready, either pre-sale or for sale straight away.
Beautiful. Before Christmas?
Before Christmas, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, so as soon as this goes live. So if you're watching this, it should be on the site, basically.
That, to me, looks roughly the size, could fit in a stocking, that.
It could. So what you're saying is that actually a stocking could fit that and that.
Maybe you could slip. I don't want to take liberties, but you could slip that in there as well.
Yeah, I think so as well. Or if you get like a really big stocking, you could possibly fit.
Or you know the first when you come down, you see that big present you're waiting to open.
Yeah.
The first time you come down.
Oh, there we go. So what we're saying here really is that these items could be Christmas stocking fillers, really, or Christmas presents, as well as all the other brilliant, thousands of brilliant items that we have on our
coming up
site.
to Christmas, guys. So if you go to a magic club and you all do a little Secret Santa thing, you know,
that's it. Your magic sorted, really.
Beautiful.
Just a quick thing before we finish. The Christmas, we have a section on our site which is Christmas stocking fillers. We're just in here, but well, we're not. We're obviously telling you, but we're just a little bit. There is a Christmas stocking fillers section, so it will say Christmas stocking fillers under £5, under £10, under 15, I think. Yeah. And then it kind of jumps up.
Yeah, 25 and over, I think.
Yeah, and then you've got other ones on there, so that's worth checking out. We're always adding new stuff. Yeah. And also, as we're going towards the festive season, we have our wish lists as well. So if there's items that you want your family to take a look at, pop them in your wish list. And then you just give them your username or your email address. They can log in, take a look, check out what you want, and possibly buy it for you with a bit of a push.
Can I do something really cheeky?
Go on.
A world premiere.
Well, go on.
I'm joking. I'm not doing Academy.
Oh.
This up here.
Oh, you are just a tea. Yeah, go on.
This is only for the live people because we're not the live team.
No.
We're the vlog team.
No, so we're kind of. Oh,
look at that.
Like that. Wow.
So that's you can't buy them. That's only if you win it. But that's enough now because that's for the live.
Yeah, I would just say we haven't even got one of them.
Yeah, this is the only one. I'm not even lying. This is the only one.
Oh.
But yeah, so keep it stum. Don't say anything because obviously we are the vlog team. Right?
Yes, yeah. Don't forget the competition that's running as well. Just one last thing, Danny Marsh, if you haven't done already, then please send in your email, send it in to sales@alakazam.co.uk with your address on it, and we'll get your elites posted out. I think that's it, isn't it?
I think that is it, yes.
Jolly good. So, are the lights going to go back on?
Right, so guys...
it only leaves us to say thank you once again for watching the Alakazam Video Blog. We hope you have a great week and we look forward to seeing you again.
Happy December, because we're in December now.
We are in December now. So from me and H, thank you for watching and we'll see you again real soon.